Hi there, my name is Loren. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm from Mexico. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I found new, interesting, and that I now love in York as a student coming from Latin America. Okay, so now we're off to the city center with my bike, which is parked nicely right here in the garage. I actually got my bike as part of the full cycle scheme here at the university, and it's an amazing program because they lend bikes to students and staff for different periods of time, so we can go around the campus or the city. And it's one of the things I love the most about York because the roads here are very easy and accessible for bikes, and the cars are very respectful of cycles. And basically with a bike you're independent and you can get everywhere whenever you want, so that's pretty cool. Of course you have to get used to driving on the left side of the road and to the weather conditions, which sometimes are not very pretty. So we're now in the city center to show you one of my favorite things about York, which is the architecture. As you can see, here is the Minster, and here is just a nice, beautiful building. And one of the things that really stands out when I first moved here was how diverse the architecture was. So there's a little bit of everything from medieval to Gothic to Georgian to Victorian era architecture, and it makes you feel sometimes like you're walking in a movie set. So now we're here at the ancient city walls to tell you about one of the things I find very interesting about York, which is that York has a reputation for being the most haunted city in Europe. And this is because they have a tradition of ghost telling that stretches back for many centuries. And of course, it's also part of an obscure history. But what I really like is how they manage to integrate ghosts into the city. You know, there's ghost tours, there's ghost souvenirs, there's actually a very popular shop called the Ghost Merchants where people queue for hours sometimes to get handcrafted small ghosts that are unique, and they claim that each one of them has their own spirit. So I think that's something that is very interesting and that I really like about the city. Now walk with me to one of the most unique places I found in York, the Cat Gallery, which will be turning 22 years old very soon. It's really amazing. It's a specialized cat shop. Everything in there is just all about cats. And what's even more amazing is that there is an actual tour that you can do to find the cat statues on a self-guided tour through the streets of York. And I think that's just really cool and something that I have never seen before. Okay, so for the last stop of today, and the last thing I'm going to be sharing with you is my favorite baked good here in York, which is the scone. Um, a scone is a very particular baked good. It's not very sweet, and it's also not a cake. It's not a biscuit. It's just something on its own, and it's usually eaten with jam and clotted cream during afternoon tea. And I actually got some myself now, just because I really love them. And it's really nice because there are so many cafes and little tea places that you can go in town where you can get these delicious, delicious things. Thank you for coming with me today, for watching this video, and I hope to see you in New York soon.